Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the London Monarchs.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Ready, ready.
48 Mike. Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Big ass, big ass.
General West.
36, 36. Wide, get wide. Bang, bang.
Gone.
Bang, bang.
Hit it.
On first down, McGill. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Check 3.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Check. Check 4. Kill. Turn it. Kill.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Here we go. Check 9. Check the backer. Lock.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold down to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Outside. 55. We got it. Go. Kill. He's checking.
Hey, lady.
He's checking. Crash.
Hey, dude.
55.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return. As it is, still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go now. 8, read. Greystone, travel. Deep grip.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check, crunch, check. Check out.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
48 to Mike.
Y'all not ready. 6-6, pull it high. Check 25. Kill.
Watch the edge. Showing it.
Hey, Sam on.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Calling a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st.
Recon, 132 fighter.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Check safety. Check 31. Tighten up.
Five.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 48's the Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 48. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McGill got man. It's Brown. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Not today. Check 52. Pick the edge. Go. Watch that. Check 3.
Look, squeeze. Ready.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Come on, go. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Back. Hey, look for
Now.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Down. 10 logo.
check 48's the Mike. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Under 10.
61. Matchbox lights.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Switch.
They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's now third and goal.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Philip Lindsay. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Packers have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, you're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed
that.
it.
Super toe.
Hey, exit. 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shoot. Yo, go. Go, beat grip.
To throw on second down. McGill nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
He's coming.
Hey, Charlie.
He's coming. Double up. Mike 48. Mike 48. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 43. Hey, alert 3.
Yeah. Shoot.
Throwing on third and long. McGill, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
At their own 31-yard line.
We're going
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A very good return that time, 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Balaj. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Go now. 50, plant.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
X3, 218, chopper.
Let's go. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check 48.
Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. McGill under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
48 for Mike.
Watch the slip. Topper.
Check.
Ready.
Back to throw. McGill. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here I come. Watch safety creep.
Go.
Safety's creeping. Check.
Now.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McGill, he's airing it out for Williams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Slam, slam, slam.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Go out. Hit it.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. McGill. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A quick throw now complete to Ross. Touchdown, Packers! John Ross, 79 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10, McGill. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Now Balaj, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Check 55, Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Darnold on 3rd down. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
Set. Watch it, target. Ready. Waiting.
55, Mike 55. What's the run? They're running it. Mike 55.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here goes set.
54, right there. 54, Mike. You can't block me.
Ready.
Darnold. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, you got three. Three down. Deuce. Slam. Watch out.
Check. Leo. Fight.
From the gun, McGill. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
48 Mike.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Watch the twist.
To throw again. McGill. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McGill escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who throw it.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and sneak it here. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
70, Indy.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
Hey.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, Echo.
They'll go with the keeper. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. They find some open field here. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 45 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off of play action, Darnold. He'll let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. food. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
We got this.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at about the 31.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long.
I'm going to come back, lady. I'm going to come back to you. Check it out, Lee.
Young lady. Hey, box truck. 54. Quarterback, don't get inside.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Check. 48 for Mike. Man, I got you.
Check 4. Yep.
Take it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Owasor gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Bam.
Let's go. Rush in.
Watch the safety creep. Go. Defense.
Back to throw. McGill. It's complete to Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Mike 50. Exit. Rock it. 50. Now. Shoot.
From the gun, McGill. And he finds it in. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Check the backer. Whip.
Go.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now, defensively, with this lead in the fourth quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Hurry, hurry. Ready, ready.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
Yes, yes. Move, move. Now.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as